Hey, what is up YouTubers? J-Chan TV over here. I finally found time to create this video. Parenting full-time along with working full-time, it's really not easy. Summer is here and some of my activities include going out more to enjoy nature and of course going out onto the water to do some fishing. So in this video, I'll be showing you what I do usually on the water, which is to take a boat into a lake and try to fish a lake. This is a new lake that I'm fishing. Let me show you what I usually do when I'm out on the water. So let me show you what I usually do when I go on my boat fishing trip. So the first thing to do is to unload the boat, the battery, the 3 pieces of flooring for the boat, the motor, and also things that you would want to carry on your fishing trip onto a flat piece of grass, so that way it doesn't damage the bottom of the boat. To make things easier, what I would do is to get an electric pump and connect it to the battery so that it could fill up the rubber boat with air. That way it's less tiring than to use the manual pump that's offered by the boat that I'm using here is an Intex 4. Right, so the first layer has been finished. As air is being going into the second layer, what I would do here is to put on the outboard, secure it with pins, and this has to be done securely because that's where the motor goes to, at the back of the boat. Next, what I am doing over here is to fit the 3 pieces of wooden board to the floor as the second layer of the boat is being filled up with air. Typically, this is easier to put in if the second layer is not too filled with air. Third, over here, I've also constructed a seat that I would be sitting on as I fish. The seat is a simple setup using milk crates and a stadium seat. It will just open up easily. And then as the third layer is being filled with air, what I would do here is to put in equipment that I would use on the boat. Things including the paddle, the life vest, and of course the fishing rod. So the whole process in which the boat takes in air completely from a flat status to a completely filled status is about 15 minutes, not too long. And then I'll move the boat off the grass and get it as close as possible to the waterfront. So let me just take the camera and show you from a first person's view of the things that I'm doing next. The reason why I want to put the boat as close as possible to the water line is because as you would see next, the trolling motor has to be mounted on the outboard, and the trolling motor is pretty heavy, I would say. Right, so if you were to connect it, if you were to attach it before dragging it to the waterfront, it would be so much harder to carry the boat, and your boat would be scratching the hard surfaces, and that's really not good. Because this is a rubber boat, it's not good to scratch its bottom because you might get holes, which would cause the boat to lose air. So this is almost done. We have the trolling motor mounted on it, and I usually like to have the motor in a parallel position so that it's horizontal, it doesn't scratch the bottom. Finally, take the marine battery that we would need to power up the motor and mount it on the boat. Right, so there we go, the boat is ready and to go. I would next put in the fishing rods into the holders and let you guys see the final product here before pushing it fully into the water and getting myself onto the boat, ready for the fishing trip. So So to start off the boat, what I would do typically is to use the paddle, move it a little bit so that it's off from the shallow parts. The shallow parts will not be good for lowering down the trolling motor. As you could imagine, it will, as the trolling motor spins, it's going to hit its paddles, its blades is going to hit the bottom. So what I do is to roll out the boat into 2 to 3 feet deep water before putting the trolling motor down so that the blades don't hit the bottom. And then what I do next here is to connect the electrical connections, the red clip to the red terminal, the black clip to the black terminal, and also to put on the cable to the fish finder. Now everything is set up, the motor is turned on, and I can go on with my fishing trip.
Fish over here. Hook up. You guys see this? Lots of fish over here.
So I'm now anchored at a location that's closer to the shore, and there's a drop off over here, and I'm seeing fishes on my fish finder. So I made a few casts in this area, and this is the cast that hooked up on something.
Nice. Gotcha. Nice. Yeah, it's a bass for sure. Oh, got off. Oh shoot. Got a bass. Got off.
So I continue to work this area more in a different direction, in particular casting my bait towards the shore where the shade is, because I believe that's where the fishes are hanging out.
Crappie. Alright, got a crappie here. Today's got a nice crappie here. Not exactly what I was looking for, but it's fun. It's got something. Oh, could be a crappie. Yep, another crappie. Yep, this is a spot for crappie. Alright, buddy, let's put you back. Nice little crappie. There we go. So this spot has lots of crappies, you know, and I'm not really going for crappies today. Oh, I got some fish. Got a fish. There's a good one. There's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, good. Smallmouth bass on a weightless jig. My first one. Oh. Alrighty. Okay, buddy. So this does work. Small little bass, very small one. Let's put it back. Alrighty. This is the weightless crawl. Good, so we know it's on that side. We have some basses hanging out over there. Okay, good. So now we're in the know. We know what sort of baits work. Let's try it again. Plop it down. Let's wait for it. So that is it for this fishing trip. For the last bass you saw, that was the last fish I got to land on this trip. After that bass, I had a chance to hook up on another fish. That fish, it's very strong, and I only had a 6-pound line. As a result, the fish broke off from the line again. So a note to myself, never to use something lighter than a 10-pound line, especially for fishing in the summer. Fishing for big fishes like the bass or the pike, they would be strong enough in breaking the line. Nevertheless, this is a fun fishing trip. This is my first time fishing on this lake on a boat. It's good that I managed to find a spot with crappies hanging around and managed to get a couple of fish to hook on and managed to land one bass. So with that, I will see you guys next time in my other videos. Take care and be well.